His name was Esmond Roseborough, and Dunwall was his last hope. He had dedicated his life to knowledge and progress, but throughout the Isles, no one would listen. The whale yards were no place for a natural philosopher, but he had nowhere else to go. The poor and hungry gathered there, hoping for a few scraps, and Roseborough wondered if he would soon share their fate. But then, he saw something that made him realize his entire life's work was a waste, and it brought a smile to his face. Roseborough's discovery breathed new life into Dunwall. It made him rich beyond his wildest dreams, but he never took his success for granted. So when young Anton Sokolov came to him with a radical new idea, he couldn't help but give him a chance. Sokolov's ideas ushered Dunwall into a new era of technology. But over time, Roseborough learned that sometimes progress comes at too great a cost. It's a funny thing, ambition. It can take one to sublime heights or harrowing depths, and sometimes they are one and the same. Roseborough learned that lesson all too well. Once there was a boy who knew only fear and loneliness. The boy had heard stories of better days when Dunwall was a peaceful place, but to him, that's all they were. Stories. Adults could be cruel, but it was the other children who were truly wicked. So he did the only thing he could, hide in the alleys away from the other boys. Find comfort from his only real friend. That night he realized he wasn't alone. As the outsider approached, the boy barely even noticed as his hand began to itch. From then on, the boy felt different. He was no longer afraid, and he sought out his tormentors. He swarmed over them with the stuff of nightmares. No one would be safe. But he wasn't careful. A gift so powerful can be taken away as easily as it is given. All it takes is a single bite. As his eyes began to weep, he searched in vain for the outsider, but found himself alone once again. He only wanted to see the outsider one last time to thank him, for he would no longer live in fear. For what little life he had left. Piero couldn't remember when he'd last slept. The Empress was dead, Dunwall was crumbling, and the plague was spreading. At night, the dreams haunted him. They were always the same, visions of a young boy dying an agonizing death. But he knew it was no dream. For Piero, the work was always the same. A handful of coin, a whisper. It should have been easy. Instead, he lost his way. He was a gifted man, but now, even this simple task seemed impossible. Rats, disease, death. The nightmare had become an obsession. But when the dreams came this time, the boy was gone, and there was a hole in the world. He looked into the void and saw death itself staring back at him. And finally, Piero knew what he had to do. It would be his greatest creation. Who it was for did not concern him. In due time, all would be revealed.